He did.
Silver. Yeah, I like those.
I love them.
Do you like Optimos?
My dad does those.
They burn so slow. That's nice.
I need to plug my phone in. Okie doke. Yeah. I was in the middle of recording an episode and the fucking water water spilled on my shit.
On your computer?
Yeah, I spilled on my computer. It like 1, 2, 3. Alright, we're good. Yeah, a little bit closer for you. It
Oops, sorry, I can say random things.
Alright, perfect. Do it. But if you're gonna do it, you have to talk
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
mic. But yeah, dude, so I'm in the middle of recording and shit just fucking, I hit my water bottle over, it spills right on the MacBook.
We were like, oh no, oh no.
I flipped that bitch upside down for 2 days, turned it on, perfect.
It works.
No problems. Alright, yo,
I
Freddy's
don't
readies.
understand how that even works.
Are we two ready Freddy's here?
Yes.
Alrighty, everybody. It is Friday, March the 30th, 2018, episode number 223. I am with returning guest, Mr. Paul Fuller.
Yes. It's Mr. Fuller, aka Mr. Full of Shit, here with my guy,
This,
CJ.
that full of shit, dude.
Yeah, that full of shit. Thank you for correcting me.
You got the new album out here, Becoming Fuller.
Becoming Fuller, man. It's definitely something you want to listen to. If you want to get to know me, man, that's the album that you want to listen to, man, because I pretty much give you my whole life story, man, from the beginning all the way to present. So,
Like I was telling you,
check that
dude,
out.
it's one of the few rap albums that I have on my playlist stuff, like in my Apple Music, you know. There's
really
only a
appreciate
few.
that.
I'm not too big into the rappy. I used to be and everything. I don't know. It's just like you're doing it good, so I'm listening to it. But it's just like so few people are now.
Right.
I don't know what
It's
happened.
getting oversaturated, man. Yeah, definitely.
It also like I don't know. I become really like condescending in the way that I watch like a movie or listen to music and stuff. And I'm always thinking like this is like you went into the studio and this is like the best you could do. You know what I mean? Like this is you trying. Like you're trying to make like the coolest fucking song. Here's an ashtray. The coolest fucking song that you can. And like this is what you come up with. So it just like blows my mind a little bit. I don't know. It seems like there's more and more of that now, but I don't know. Like I said, you're doing it good.
Appreciate that, man.
The city of Jacksonville seems to have a good sound, you know?
Yeah, the city is definitely getting a lot of attention right now, man. Especially with a couple of artists that have been signed to major labels. You know, so I definitely want to give a shout out to them. Shout out to, Young Trap, Tokyo Jets.
Tokyo Jets is blowing up, dude.
Yeah, man. Mob Squad and Art. Cyrus just signed to Def Jam, man. So it's definitely, so it's definitely getting lit out
Congratulations.
here. So
There's attention.
it's attention, man. So I'm just trying to grab me a piece of that pie. You feel me?
Yeah, dude, yeah. So you've been on the show before. We've gone over basically everything with you, but I want to touch lightly, like, is your plan to be a rapper, or do you have other things that you want to do alongside of rapping?
I mean, of course, you know what I'm saying, rapping is like the first love, you know what I'm saying, but if I ever, you know what I'm saying, get to a point where I can do other things, I don't want to be known just as a rapper, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, I want to move into acting, you know what I'm saying, designing, directing, I want to do all that shit. It's all art.
Acting seems so fun.
You know what I'm saying?
Right?
It's all art, right? It's definitely. So, I definitely want to get into that, for sure.
We should start doing, because you're cool as fuck, dude. Like, I consider you one of my friends.
Definitely.
I think we should start doing, like, skits and shit together.
Mm.
But it doesn't have to just be funny.
Right.
You know? Like, we can make serious little, like, 10-minute videos, just like we can make hilarious 10-minute videos, you know? Because it's not like, I mean, I'm sure you want to do more than just comedy stuff, right? Yeah. So I think that I say this to a lot of people, but and like no one follows through with it. But like we really should,
Right.
like, because I really think that you can't just be a rapper anymore, or you can't just be a podcaster or whatever you're doing if it's
Yeah.
like an art form, because there's too many people doing everything, dude. Like,
Right. Technology makes it so easy for everybody to
It's
do
crazy.
everything too.
it's
You know what I'm
insane.
saying?
We're very lucky.
Like you can almost kill yourself on YouTube and get paid for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, yeah. If you get a
Think
video
about
page, dude.
that, man.
Think about like
Or you can show a dead person.
you can show a dead person and get banned. So
Yeah.
if you had, you could show someone who killed themselves. What if like you did this thing of like, okay, you did this huge marketing scheme of like, if I don't get to 2 million followers, I'm gonna kill myself.
Right.
Do you think that would work, dude? I don't think it would,
I
dude.
don't think so.
It's weird, but like, you just put out something. I put out this shit weekly. It's like so crazy to see the numbers that big artists do.
Mm-hmm.
It is like, I dare anybody. I've said this a million times, but if you're listening and you think that 1,000 plays on one single thing is not enough, I dare you to create whatever you're the best at. Like, if you're really good at something, put it on YouTube, put it out, try your hardest. I guarantee you, you will not get 1,000 plays.
Definitely. You won't.
Guaranteed.
You won't. It takes work ethic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it just has, the right person has to see it, but it's so much stuff come out every second. It's like,
Dude.
your shit's gonna get overlooked. Like,
Push to the bottom.
SoundCloud, right? When you upload a song on SoundCloud, it has a stream. It goes by the second.
Yeah.
But if I get on there, I may not see your podcast or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
But if she gets on there maybe 2 seconds after me, she will see it. You see what I'm saying? So it just,
Mhm.
whoever sees it. And if the right person sees it, that's how you can blow up.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're not just gonna put something that you think is the hottest joint out and just put it on YouTube or something.
Oh,
like
that's
that.
never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen like,
Like,
that.
even the people in this weird YouTube world that make all these, like, prank videos and funny videos, like, they've been making those videos for so
Yeah.
fucking long, and then they pop. You know, it's like, people just, I think people really don't understand. Like, they think that, because, like, I did say, like, we're so lucky to grow up in this time. It is so easy. It's easy in the sense that anyone can do it, but you're not going. You're not going up, dude.
Yeah, not
It's so
everybody gonna be successful.
Mhm.
Everybody can't be
Yeah,
successful.
you can be amazing. You can be better than everyone else, but if like you're not able to like reach people's ears or have people see you, whatever it is that you're doing, good fucking luck, dude. You need to have like some sort of marketing plan.
Definitely. That's why I came up with the slogan, the name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're branded.
Even the shirt. This looks like
I
a
love
Thrasher
that
shirt, but it
Yeah.
says full of shit.
I
You
love
feel what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, I'm just trying to be different in a sense, but also be smart. about
Yeah,
it.
you're clearly like branding yourself in a
Right.
smart and not in like a weird, like you're doing it very smart. Like it's good. You're being yourself, but also being like, you're not like, I'm me, fuck everyone else if you don't like it. This is who I am, you know what I mean? And you're not like doing all this weird fucking shit. Like it's working, you know? And it's smart too.
Appreciate it.
I think a lot of people don't even consider that.
Right. And I know people like that. I know people
Yeah.
that ask me to get on songs and stuff like that. And it's just like, once you really talk to these people, I'm like, why are you rapping for real?
Mhm.
Like, do you just want a couple likes on Facebook, or is this something that you really want to do?
Right.
Because if it's something that you're not really passionate about, I don't want to do a song with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like some people.
1,000%, dude.
Some people just don't have the mindset for it. 'Cause this is a slow grind, man.
Yes.
It's a slow grind, man.
Not everyone just blows the fuck up right away.
Dude, 2 Chainz, bro.
Dude, you titty boy.
Bro, he got on at 35, bro.
He's titty boy.
Yeah, well, that was his first name. Yeah, Titty
Yeah.
Boy.
See what? That's crazy. You know the Duffel Bag Boy song? Go and get your money, little duffel bag boy. That's pretty good, right?
No way. Yeah,
That was pretty good.
nice. That was nice.
Thank you. You don't know that song, Player Circle?
Wait, did you know Post Malone used to sing country music?
Post
He
Malone.
used to sing country music. I know he's like not good.
I'm gonna say
I
something.
don't like him, but
Hey,
I've
He used
never
to sing
listened to a
country
Post Malone song.
Hey,
So I can't say anything.
I listened to his first album because I listened to a lot of different shit.
Mhm.
Which
The
you have
orange
to.
one?
Just definitely. Just the Stony,
Yeah.
the Stony album, bro. He can hold a note, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, I saw. Okay, the
No,
one song I
no.
heard is when he covered that Bob Dylan song on guitar,
yeah.
and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then he covered a Nirvana song at a concert, and it was pretty shitty. But
no one can cover a Nirvana song.
no, I don't know. I've heard some good other ones. But beyond that, I just Post Malone. I have no idea what kind of music he's making. It like
Rap.
It's rap, pop type deal, rock.
Like, he'll sing too. Like,
cool.
Yeah, it's
I
like
saw him in concert.
At UNF.
No, he was opening for Future, and then we left in Future because I hate Future.
You hate Future.
I hate Future.
How do you like Future, Paul?
I like Future. I like.
I mean, I don't like I'll listen to
I mean,
songs
put it like this.
in,
I can't
but
listen
will not
to. I can't listen to Future for like a whole album straight.
Yeah.
Just because I really can't. Even though I got auto tune on my album, it's only on 2 songs.
But like, it's also
It's
like,
on
he says the same
every
thing over and
song.
over and again.
That's
all he
Mask
is.
Off? Fucking mask off, dude.
Hey, I like that song.
No, it's what's crazy about it. It's like okay.
It's like, why do I like
What
that
makes
song?
a good song now? Is it like okay, it sounds good. It's not about what he's saying. It just sounds good.
Sonically, it just makes you move, bro.
It's almost like listening
when
to
that
music.
fucking horn comes in. It's all the production on it.
It's like listening to music in a different like language that you don't understand. Like if you didn't understand English, Future would be like probably amazing. You know what I mean? You're probably like, this dude is fucking amazing. This is like the best American rapper. You know what I mean? But
No.
we know what he's saying, so it just seems so fucking stupid. You
Mask
know?
Off.
But it sounds great,
Right.
and it clearly is.
Think about
working.
this, bro. Lil Pump, right? The Gucci gang.
Gucci gang.
98% of that song is him saying Gucci gang.
It's 98.5%, dude.
98.67.
Bro, and he became a millionaire off that shit by saying
Boom.
Gucci gang 98%
Gucci gang,
of the song.
Gucci gang.
It
It's
was-
not even his
It
brand.
worked.
He doesn't make Gucci things. Like, what the fuck?
What about Gucci Mane? His name is Gucci Mane.
Yeah.
Gucci Mane, man. Gucci
That
Mane.
is like-
Do
That's
you
probably
make
my
Gucci
favorite.
shit?
All right, who's your favorite all-time rapper? Because mine might be Gucci Mane. When it comes to
What?
you don't know Gucci Mane the way I know Gucci Mane. Okay, you don't know how many songs he has.
I'm so surprised.
You have no idea how many songs he
I'm
has.
surprised.
My all-time favorite rapper, I would have to say, it'd have to be Nas.
Boom, fire.
And
Shoot
that's-
him up, dude.
Huh?
Shoot him up. Shoot him up. What? Kill, kill, kill. Murder, murder, murder.
Hey.
Ooh, that song is so sick. Man, that's a classic.
But it was just like, with Nas, he was so laid back with it, but he was spitting.
I don't
though.
think I've, like...
Nas
I'm kind of...
is a fucking monster.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll listen to Nas.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a step back because I don't even know.
That's wild.
I
That's
am surprised
crazy.
I don't.
But then it's also kind of hard to make a decision because then you have like those artists that you can look back to into a period of your life. Like I'm pretty sure with Gucci Mane, you know a period of your
Oh,
life.
dude, my high school.
Exactly, dog.
All
you know
of
what
high
I'm saying?
school.
Dude, in high
Senior
school
year.
for me, it was Lil Wayne on
Yes.
mixtapes.
Lil Wayne
You
is,
know
oh,
what I'm
dude.
saying?
Yeah, oh,
You know what I'm
dude.
saying?
Like, okay, it's either Gucci Mane or Lil Wayne.
Right.
And when it comes to who's a better rapper, obviously I think Lil Wayne is a better
Right.
fucking rapper. But if I had to listen to either Lil Wayne songs for the rest of my life or Gucci Mane songs, I know this sounds like blasphemy. I'm super high right now, so like, pardon me, but I'm gonna say Gucci Mane. I'm gonna go with the
Hey.
Gooch.
And I respect
Good
it.
old Gooch.
Because
Old
Gucci,
Gucci there.
Gucci
Gucci
slides,
is-
dude. That old Gucci is
Gucci can
fire.
rap. Like, a lot
Yes.
of people don't give him credit for that, but he can actually rap.
When he
Yeah.
says something that doesn't make sense
No,
to you,
I like his music. I'm just shocked that you like.
like, okay, people are like, what he's
So
saying,
shocked.
it doesn't make sense. He's not making sense. It's not making sense to you because you don't know the world that he's living in. He's
Right.
spitting in the world that he's living in.
Right.
You know? So,
Whoa.
Yeah, you just don't know what the fuck he's talking about, you know?
Ew,
That doesn't make
struggle.
it better.
You
Yeah.
don't know the story.
But you don't literally know like what that word means to him. That's a word to him. It means something to probably do with drug dealing.
Right.
Just because you don't know that doesn't mean that it's dumb that he's saying that.
Right.
Like once you find out what it means,
Oh, Gooch.
like if you knew the meaning of everything that Gucci said, which I'm not claiming to know, but let's just say someone did know, Gucci is probably like, do you think he's actually saying shit that doesn't make sense just because it rhymes? He's a human being. He's not gonna be out there like, well, it rhymes, fuck it.
No, definitely, man. Gucci man definitely spits what he's living.
Do you know what this is out?
No, I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as Gucci man goes and rapping, he can rap, and he definitely is one of the top 5 trap artists, if not the #1 trap artist ever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, him or Jeezy?
Yeah.
Who do you like?
And it's pretty much your preference.
I love Jeezy.
And I love Jeezy too, but go back to what you said. If I had a choice to listen to somebody for the rest of my life, either Jeezy or Gucci, I'm gonna go with Gucci.
Yes. Well,
Okay.
Gucci has so many more songs
So
too.
if
it's
I
crazy.
say that, and I gotta say Gucci is the better trap
yeah,
artist.
for sure.
You feel me? So,
Yeah. Well, he also has Zaytoven.
and that's the thing.
That's the
when
thing.
Zaytoven made all the trap, that whole trap shit is Zaytoven.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Like
Literally.
like you look up trap in the dictionary, they should have a picture of Zaytoven. Like,
Sitting there with a blunt in his fucking mouth.
well,
Dude.
no, he don't smoke, bro.
What?
He don't. He's bro.
Yeah. How?
Let me tell you.
I love people like that. Like
Bro.
Spirit doesn't
He's
smoke.
really religious, bro. It's like he
I hate
every
him.
Sunday he's in the church playing the
Yeah.
piano and shit.
Damn.
Like, he don't smoke, he don't drink, bro. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I'm so glad I said that to now know that.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
fucking
That's crazy.
amazing. That's a funky man right there, dude.
Yeah,
he
man.
just feels that shit.
Yeah. So
Wow.
to do that sober, bro, like imagine if he just had a chemical, bro, in his
A
brain.
little bit of weed.
Little
dude.
THC.
Some blunt.
Man, he'll probably fucking
That is crazy,
So, yeah.
dude. I can't believe that. I mean, obviously I can. The church thing is really getting me, dude. To see, like, imagine you go to Zaytoven's church, and he's like playing piano, and you're like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh my god, that's fire. He's somebody that I would like, because I actually, believe it or not, used to rap with Easy.
right. You told me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you were good, weren't you?
Yeah, I would say so. I'm very good
I
at
wanna listen to
writing.
you.
I'm very good at writing.
Okay.
I mean, I can freestyle. Like, I would say
Freestyle right now.
I'm 1,000% not gonna freestyle. Not because like, is there anything lamer than listening to some kid freestyle on a podcast?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing lamer.
No.
But
Watching old Fred videos, that's pretty lame.
I've been thinking a lot about like, how would I get into this? Explain this to me. Ghostwriting. How do you get into, like, how would I go about getting a publishing deal?
A publishing deal?
To like be a writer at a label for all these artists.
See, that's the thing. I never really thought about ghostwriting.
Together
That's
with a song,
crazy.
That's
And
good.
you wanna know why? Because I feel like I don't want to give my bars away.
I feel you on that.
You know
I
what I'm
feel you on
saying? I don't want to get. But if
I just
the
don't want to
right-
be a rapper.
If the
Like, it's
right
not a-
opportunity presents itself to where I was approached with the right, you know what I'm saying, let's say dollar signs, and
Oh fuck yeah.
then
Oh,
hell
yeah.
yeah, I will write you the most fire song
Dude.
you need.
If you get signed to a major label, would you want that?
A major label.
It's not you. Atlantic wants to sign
I was.
you.
Let me tell you, a couple months ago, if you would have asked me this question, I would have said, nah, I want to do it independent.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been watching. I watch interviews when I watch, you know, of course, the Breakfast Club, Vlad TV interviews, listen to podcasts.
Do you listen to the Joe Budden podcast?
Yeah, with all
Shit
these
is so fire. Dude.
all these artists and stuff. I listen to what they're saying, man, and dude, it ain't nothing wrong with signing to a major. They said about the 360 deals or whatnot,
Right.
bro. If this 360 deal is dumb if you already have money and you already have a machine working and you already got a
Right. And like,
But for a guy like me, you know what I'm saying, who only has like 2,000 followers on Instagram, really just doing this stuff locally,
mm-hmm.
a 360 deal man, I'll take that and flip
That's
that shit.
right.
You feel
dude.
me?
Exactly.
Come with the right budget for a video that I really want to shoot. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I can have, like, I got fucking ideas that I know I can't accomplish right now because the dollar signs.
That's
not
what
there.
is so frustrating about being on the up.
Right.
It is so fucking hard to fund what you want to do, dude. And like people don't understand, like taking a loss. Like I almost broke my MacBook when I spilled water on
Bro,
it.
if you that shit
That would
hurt
fuck
you.
me up, dude. I don't know what I would do. I'm like paying shit right now. I'm getting sued. So like I'm about to finish paying it off literally tomorrow. But it's like, holy shit, if my MacBook was broken, I'd be without a podcast for like probably 2 weeks.
Right.
That sucks.
That shit
dude.
slows you down, man.
Yeah, man. What, like, being a rapper, would you ever, like, because I know you don't make beats, right? Would you ever even want to do that?
I've tried.
It's so hard, dude.
It definitely is, and it takes time, and it takes. That's why I really salute producers because I've seen what it takes, and I've tried it, and it's not easy.
That shit is hard as
You
fuck.
know what I'm saying? You
dude.
can have the beat in your head all you want.
Good luck fucking making it sound
Yeah,
like
yeah.
come to life. Good
Yeah,
luck, dude.
Good luck with that shit.
Good
You know what I'm
fucking
saying?
luck.
So, yeah, it's definitely something I want to get into because, you know what I'm saying, I do pay my producers, but that definitely be something that I would want to look into so I can start making my own beats and have another avenue of making my own money by
Right.
selling beats.
Hell
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's easier to sell beats than it is to sell verses right now.
Mm.
And
That's just how it is.
That's just
dude.
how it is. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's more rappers than it is producers.
Especially good producers.
Exactly.
But what I was saying about the major label thing,
Mm-hmm.
like if you sign to Atlantic,
Right.
they're going to ask you to be writing for other people because they know you write your own music.
Right.
I think that's how it would come about.
Okay.
But for me, as somebody who isn't a rapper, who wouldn't ever get signed to a label to be a rapper, I honestly wouldn't want to do that. Like, I wouldn't want to be a rapper. Like, I don't think I'd be good at it. Like, going out and doing concerts and all that shit. Like, I don't think that's, like, for me. But I really enjoy writing. Whatever it is, even if it's, like, a story. But I really enjoy writing, like, raps. But I never do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I know I'm fucking good at it, but it's like, what do? Like, make a packet and just send it to some fucking record label, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then, like, there's so many good writers that, like, even if I am really good, all it is a piece of paper. It's not like, how do you get yourself into a record label company and be like, here's my 50 songs that I wrote, you know? It seems impossible. There's fucking people that do it, though.
Yeah, definitely, man. Look at J. Cole, man. He stood outside of Rock Nation every fucking morning waiting to see Jay-Z.
That's so
And
heavy.
every time he seen him, he gave him a CD.
That's
next,
so
the next
crazy.
thing you know, he's in signed to Rock Nation with his own label now.
Yeah,
Wow.
dude.
You know what I'm saying? So it just, that's why I don't even get discouraged if I do take a loss in this rap shit, because I have, man. I've traveled to places to perform out of town, wasted gas money,
Hell yeah.
wasted hotel money because the fucking venue was trash, wasn't nobody there,
Yeah.
the sound wasn't right.
Dude, that's what,
And it
for
just,
rap concerts, dude, like, there's so much bass and shit. It is so hard to get the fucking sound right.
Right.
That is, like, the number one thing to me, dude. Like, going to a rap show, very rarely do they get it right with the sound. And it kills it, dude. Because, like, if you, let's say you pack out a place in Tampa and it sounds like shit. Now you sound like shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? It
Right.
fucking is ridiculous, dude. Like, these places need to get the newest equipment. And I know it costs money and shit, but, like, it'll benefit your venue if you get better, like, stereo equipment. Because these places, dude, people, because the low bass now is so, I love that, you know, everyone does. But it's really hard to get that right. And most places don't, you know, it sucks. Oh, cool. What just happened?
The Jeep.
Spilled the Jeep, awesome. At least you didn't spill it on the fucking MacBook. Alright.
Right.
They're behind you.
But let's move forward now. I want to talk about what's going on in the world.
Definitely.
What with this whole school shooting thing, I haven't actually talked about this yet. I talked about people's reaction to it, but what do you think about all these kids, like, just having like the now moral high ground on everything?
I think that's amazing.
It's pretty cool, but do you think that it's their ideas, or do you think they're like being told shit and they're just going out there and representing what the people told them? Because they're 17, dude. They're 16. Think about
I know
that.
someone who doesn't. She just was there. She's there right now.
Callan says she knows someone who did it. You gotta talk into the mic though. No one has any fucking idea what you just said.
I mean, at the end of the day with that, I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's people that's trying to just fit in, you know what I'm saying, have a day out of school, have a reason to be out of school type shit.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
then there's also kids out there that really feel that shit, that really feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, that really want to stand for something. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's amazing, man, that they really coming out full force with about the gun laws and stuff like that, because the shit getting crazy right now, man.
What would you like to see done with the gun laws?
See, me personally, I don't think the laws is the issue.
What do you think the issue is?
I think we just have to, what should I say? Raise our fucking kids, man.
Yeah,
Like,
parents are so absent.
like with the guy in Tampa, right? The guns were locked up, but you're gonna give him, you're gonna let him have a key to the guns where they're locked up. So why are they even locked up? You're supposed to lock the guns up and then take the key from them. I know that they're his parents' guns and that you're taking them in and stuff like that. But fuck, man. He shouldn't have access to that.
You shouldn't ever just have access as a child to a fucking really powerful anything.
Right.
You know? Like,
And-
kids shouldn't, like, if you have a Corvette Z06, you shouldn't let your 16-year-old kid go take it out.
And another thing, they're not scared of doing it. And I mean that because these people that are doing these school shootings, they're not getting shot or anything. They're just getting taken down, arrested, on camera, getting put in the car and going. So it's like, what's the fear in that? What's the fear in that, man? I mean, I'm not saying go out there and kill a kid, but shoot them in the leg or something. Let these kids know, hey, man, this shit is serious. Because I don't think the kids that are actually doing the school shootings, they think this shit a fucking game, man.
That's really interesting. I've never heard that idea before, or that like side of it. That's pretty fucking interesting. I like that. That's true, dude. It is. Okay, but it's one of those things where, like, do you think that we're moving forward? Like, are we gonna actually, for the rest of human existence, have to see somebody get brutally punished to learn a lesson? Or is it just like, you take a step back before you take 2 steps forward? So, like, right now, we're going through this weird time of, like, society has changed, dude. Like, the idea of empathy now reaches out to a global level, which never existed before. Like, there was the idea of Asia in the 1950s and 60s, and that was just an idea. Now, you can go look at Asia, you can watch Asian television, you can watch anything from all over the world, you can participate in it. So people are truly empathizing with it. And I think that's obviously a good thing. Like, people will be better morally on a way bigger scale. But there's still a bunch of people who are alive who they grew up and their brains are wired of not that time. They're still wired for not being empathetic to a global scale. So we're in this weird stage of, like, some of us are being raised by them, so it's this weird thing of, like, this moral dilemma in you of what's important and what's real and, like, what is global, you know? Like, do we really feel for, like, people in Afghanistan? Because if we did, would we just be sitting here? That shit's crazy, dude, what's going on over there. But I think, like I said, we're taking a step back right now. We're going to take some steps forward. Like, me and you and her are the first generation to grow up truly with the idea, call it a facade, whatever, where we're going to school together, you're a black kid, I'm a white kid, we can go do the same things. Sure, there's like, you know, but we're being taught, like, people have never been taught that before. Our parents were taught that, but the people who taught them didn't live that.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So our parents' generation teaches us, and finally now we're the first pure generation of like equality. We had a black president, you know what I mean? Like, call that what you want, Obama's whatever, like he said a lot of things that he would do that he didn't do, like the whole whistleblower thing. But whatever. I think we're gonna get better. I think all this school, like, there's no way that there's gonna be more school shootings. Like, there might be more in the near future, but there's not going to be this many school shootings in 40 years. There's no fucking way.
Man, time will tell, man. Time will tell, because it's starting to happen at a unprecedented rate. It's just like,
It is weird how often
it's just
there's like
weird.
shootings.
And it's just like, I don't know what that shit about. But, you know, I'm the type of guy that always look on the other side of the coin. Let's say if they do ban the guns, I think it'll only make it worse. You know what I'm saying? And I say that because see how like weed is starting to be legal now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good thing that's legal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if they ban guns, think about what that'll do to the black market.
Oh, dude.
Like, it'll be even easier to access guns.
Yeah.
Because now it's going to be
The
in
guns
high-
are out there.
They in demand now, but if you make it illegal to where you can't have a gun, period, or however they're going to do the laws,
Mhm.
the value of a gun is going to skyrocket.
And you're gonna go get a gun that, if you kill someone, it doesn't trace back to you.
Exactly.
There's no way of knowing. And those guns are out there. It's not like,
Yeah.
okay, we ban guns and the guns don't exist.
Yeah.
They're still
They're
fucking
still
there.
going to make them, dog.
Yeah. They don't die. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna be living forever. They're guns, you know? So I don't think people really grasp the idea of like banning guns. I swear I don't think
Yeah,
people
it's
get
just
that.
like, I think it'll make things worse things are bad now, but ban the guns and see how bad it will get. You know, so.
And also, if guns are outlawed and you go, like, okay, guns are illegal, who the fuck's gonna go get a gun? Like, what intentions do you have when you go get a gun if guns are illegal? It's going to be to use it.
Right.
You're not gonna just like, now, well, guns are legal, I'll get one for protection,
Yeah.
you know? Like, it would be illegal, so you're not gonna risk having a gun just for protection and then going to jail. But if you need to use it, you're gonna go get one.
Right.
So it's just, banning guns is just so fucking dangerous, dude. That's what I mean. Like, people don't get it. It's not like, I don't know. And also, how about this? If you need a license to get a fucking car, and you need to take a test and all this shit, how about you have to do all that to get a gun? It creates jobs for people. Go fucking, a whole bunch of places will pop up that, like my roommate Dylan, he does concealed carry. If you need a license, he'll give you the class. That will be a whole new market for all these now truck drivers who are about to be out of their jobs because they have driverless cars. So maybe they can get into that. At least it's something new, because they're not going to be able to go work in fucking Silicon Valley, you know?
That's interesting.
So yeah, I think we need to make it as if it were a vehicle. You have to take a test, you have to get passed, but it has to be beyond that. There has to be like a psychological thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then people are like, oh, well, people can pass the psych thing. Like, I'm definitely enough of a sociopath to be able to pass. Like, I passed a Baker Act test when I should have failed. Like, I went in there and fucking stone-faced that shit, and I was out of there in literally, like, 11 minutes. It was insane. But, that's not the majority of people. Like, if you're a crazy fuck and you have an actual trained professional evaluating you,
Mm-hmm.
whose job it is to make sure that if you're in any way crazy, you don't get a gun,
Right.
I would say at least 90 or 80% of people would, like, get caught. So, why wouldn't we do that? You know?
Because it makes sense.
Exactly. I swear that might be why. Like,
It
the
makes
more-
too much sense, man.
The more I see about like government and politics, like if they fix all the problems, then what are they there for? You can't offer a perfect solution to anything because will cease to exist.
Right.
It's so fucking. God, it's so gay, dude.
Mhm.
We live in a corrupt time.
My history professor thinks we should just destroy. We should coup against the government.
Yeah, revolution seems inevitable. Do you think it'll happen in our lifetime?
No.
Your professor's saying that at a
Yeah.
college? That's crazy.
That's why I love him. He's the best professor I've ever had.
That's crazy as fuck, though.
Like he
But-
says whatever the fuck he wants.
But,
you
like,
know what? What professor he is? He said
History.
history.
Like
That
US
makes sense.
history.
That
Oh,
makes
yes.
sense. That he's saying.
He doesn't. Okay, so not like he just believes that we need to like rebuild. I'm not saying he like wants to take over the
Oh,
fucking
he
government.
doesn't wanna
I'm just
he don't wanna
I'm just
overthrow
saying
that
that we
bitch.
should. He thinks that we need to start over. Basically, is what he says.
It sounded like you were saying that your professor is telling y'all to like
No, no, no,
fucking
no,
have
no.
a revolution, a bloody, violent.
Yeah.
He just.
I was like, holy shit, this dude is gonna get fired. I might have to edit this out. That would be crazy.
No.
Did you go to college?
Some college.
Some college. She goes to UNF. I just got it. Like, what do you think? Like, would you even want to go to college now with how crazy campus is?
That's so crazy.
What you mean? How crazy campus is?
Today, I was walking to class and there was a kid fucking walking on a tightrope. Like, and this is like a regular thing.
I mean, I meant like social justice warriors and like shit like that.
Well, there was that too, but
Oh.
you know, that was just so fucking crazy. Like, why do you have to do that?
Nah, I wouldn't
That's
go.
weird.
I wouldn't go to college for a whole another different reason. Not even because of campus. I think campus life is something that I would want to experience. Of course, you got the social justice.
I'm saying I think campus life now is not what you think it is.
Mhm.
Like, I think what me and you went through in our college time is 1,000 times different.
It's not fun at all.
Like, it seems really it seems stricter to be in a college setting than it is to be in the real world.
Okay.
Like, I would be on my P's and Q's way more on a college campus than I would be probably anywhere else in America, including
Probably because there's so much
Washington,
freedom on the campus, man. Well, it used to be. I don't know how it is now.
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's freedom, but like, dude, I would be so afraid to say something in class that I thought was funny that would fucking get me in trouble. Like, you cannot say anything anymore. And I
Yeah,
thought
it's
like,
definitely a sensitive time right now.
but when we went to college, the point was to be able to say anything. And this was fucking a few years ago.
Right.
This was 7, 8 years ago for me. We're the same age, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 8 years ago, we were in a setting that, like, you're supposed to speak your mind, you're supposed to have your ideas challenged, and now this is the idea of this campus, and if you don't fucking agree with it, you're not even, like, wrong, you're, like, a terrible person. Like, disagreements have turned into judgments of character of people that deem them, like, shitty people. Like, you're a shitty person in most people's eyes if you disagree politically. And that's fucking crazy, dude.
Like, there was a abortion, like, thing, like, all over my campus, like, posters, like, showing, like, actual abortions.
What was, to be, like, anti-abortion?
Yeah, like, anti-abortion shit. Like, I mean, like, I don't want to fucking see
Yeah,
that.
that's so
It's
heavy.
just
The
so, like,
people that are anti-abortion, which I'm talking about the people that go to abortion clinics and protest, that is so fucking evil. Like, really think about that, dude. You're going to a place where this girl, it's not like this girl's like, I'm gonna get an abortion.
Yeah.
This is gonna be so much
She's already
fun.
embarrassed.
This is the worst day of her fucking life.
and it's really fucking painful.
If you're getting an abortion, you're probably really young. That's probably the worst thing that's ever happened in your life.
Mhm.
That fucking
How can
sucks. And then you have, maybe your parents have died or something in a brutal way. Maybe your parents got murdered in front of you. I don't know. But like, you're gonna stand out there with a picket sign and tell them they're gonna burn in hell and they're like the worst type of person. That's HEAVY heavy.
Definitely.
Wow. Yeah. And what's nuts about it, and the only way that you could ever do this, is they feel like they're so morally superior. Like they have to do it.
Mhm.
And it's always old people.
It is.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah. It's one. I don't know if it's still there, but it used to be one right there off of Powers in University. And every time I used to ride by there, there used to be about 6 old people with signs. I'm like, they have nothing else to do.
Mm-hmm. It's insane, dude. On election day, or the day before election day, there was on the corner of Loretto and Old St. Augustine, where like all the churches are, there was this dude in a jumpsuit, an old man obviously, in a jumpsuit with a huge sign that said "Lock her up." He wasn't in he wasn't in a jumpsuit. He was in the prison suit, like with the stripes and everything, you know. And it was just like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, do you think the day before the election, someone's gonna be driving down the street and see you dressed like a prisoner in a Halloween costume? You're in a Halloween costume. It's not like you have a real prisoner's uniform that you're wearing. It's clearly a Halloween costume. And you're out there, and they're gonna go, you know what? You're right, dude. I'm gonna vote for Donald Trump now.
Right.
That's fucking crazy. They think that, dude. They actually think that. Like, you don't do that unless you think that.
Right.
Or you're doing it because you are, like, you're virtue signaling and you want everyone to know that this is who I am.
Right.
I know that Hillary Clinton needs to be in jail. I'm not one of them dumb liberals, you know? I'm gonna go in the corner, I'm gonna prove it, you know? I'm gonna change minds. It's so insane, dude. We are living with a bunch of people who are, like I said, dude, they grew up in a different fucking time and they're not ready for this. We're barely ready for this.
Right.
Barely.
Y'all ready for this?
These young kids, like all the people we know that have kids, those kids are ready for it. They're growing up, and it seems like, oh, this is terrible what they're growing up in. They're growing up in exactly what's going on.
Right.
It's terrible.
Right.
It's awesome. It's very awesome, but it's terrible in the sense that everyone is aware of how shitty things are. And that goes right back to taking a step back when we take 2 steps forward. Now we finally learned on a mass level, this shit is shitty. You used to say that, and you're a terrible person. And now you say that, and everyone's like, yeah, you know, he's right. So, we're in this weird time where there's those people who are still alive who think, if that's what you say, you're terrible. You're anti-American if you question our government.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's everyone else for the rest of forever who will definitely question their government. Anyone I know thinks the government is bullshit. Literally every single person. I don't know one person who thinks the government is like dope.
Right.
Love it.
Unless they're old as fuck. And even those oldies are on Facebook seeing these fucking posts that we're sharing. We're gonna be so lucky as old people to be able to look back and be like, wow, things were actually worse and we made them better.
Mm-hmm.
I truly believe that.
Or they'll be even worse.
I don't think so at all. There's no way things are gonna get worse.
Just trying to make a joke.
No, I know. But I'm just saying. I don't think so. Do you think things are gonna get worse, Paul?
It's a possibility. I don't think that.
I'm talking when we are 75 years old, 80 years old. So that is in 50 years.
Definitely gonna
50
get
years?
way
Oh
worse
no.
before it gets better.
50 years, I think things would be better.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. I think that in 50 years, I think it'd be better. But in the next 10,
That's what I mean by that
we in
step
trouble.
back, dog.
We in trouble.
When you see like the worst America could be, like what's going on? Like what does America look like when
It's a very good question.
when it's at
What-
its rock bottom?
What do you want to change
In
first?
what year?
What I want to change first about America.
In this
Oh,
in
no,
the
no.
future.
Okay, so that's... Okay. What's the question here?
Like, okay, so you say America in the next 10 years
Yeah.
does not look right. Like, what do you see in the next 10 years happening?
I see a point to where me and him will be frowned upon if we're friends. That's why I think
Okay.
this shit
Yeah.
is, you know what I'm saying?
Because
Like,
you're
yeah.
black and I'm white.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think it's getting to that point to where like the whole
Like
racial
Trump's-
thing is really heating up, and of course Trump is fueling.
Well, like
the whole
Trump's
Trump-
idea of make America great again is like the 50s and the 60s.
Yeah,
like, that's
yeah.
not great.
Yeah,
like that's
that's
great
not-
for
that's
the white
nostalgia
picket
for
fence
him.
family.
Yeah.
Like it's not
And-
great for anyone else.
And I hope it don't. I don't want to be with my guy. We out hanging out, and, you know what I'm saying? And we feel uncomfortable because everybody looking like, why they're together? You're supposed to be with our side. And
Right.
He's supposed to be. I don't want to have to
Fuck that
choose
shit.
sides, bro.
Mm.
Like,
I think it might be like more of like adults though that are like we might like the younger version or the younger version.
right. That's
The
why I
younger
say-
people.
That's
will
why I
be
say
like,
in the next 50 years,
Yeah.
we're going to
Yeah.
be better. But in the next 10,
I just don't think younger people right
The
now
next
will
10
change.
years are going to be controlled by the people that will be running for president, the people that will be making the laws, still will not be us.
yeah, right.
They're going to be
Right.
those people who are very much so divided right now. It's very weird how they're so identity based. On every level, it's like, I'm a gender queer, black, or I'm Afro Latina shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm specifically who I am. And it's just so weird, dude. It's like, isn't the point to not be specifically who you are?
You're
Like,
American,
shouldn't we,
bruh.
like, don't get me wrong, be original. But
Right.
I'm saying, you shouldn't be like, I'm, like, I shouldn't be like, okay, I'm this white dude. This is who I am. This is all I am. Because I'm a white dude. I'm going to be a white dude. I don't want to hang out with Paul.
Right.
That's fucking weird.
It definitely is, bro.
That's weird, dude. And a lot of people think that. And you know what? What it really is a lot of people, and I understand it, just like hate the white man. And I totally fucking get that. But like, that's not us. Like, our generation, like, there's definitely some racist white dudes that I know, but like, it's like specifically who I know. It's not like every white dude. Like, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
literally like one or
the
two.
minority.
Yeah, it's a very huge minority. Like,
But it's still present, which is so fucking
but what's weird about it is like I totally understand. Like when you look at America, white people have done all this shitty shit, 1,000%. But like, is the point to strive for equality, or is it like the white man took the ball from me, so I'm gonna take it back from him and not give it back to him, so he knows what it feels like to have his ball taken from him?
ball hog.
I don't think it's that.
Ball hog.
I don't think it's that. I mean, I don't feel that way, but
No, I know you don't, but I'm talking about the specific people that we were talking about.
yeah, I think they want to stick it to the man. I guess that's what they say.
Mhm.
But I think as far as the racial on the black side or whatnot, I think we just don't want to be fucking. We don't want to be the victims anymore, bro. Like that's all that is.
It really is crazy how like non-violent black people have been in terms of like trying to just do this huge like revolution.
Yeah, it's like
There's so much fucked up shit that happens.
like
it's
we should be
really
fucking
weird.
burning the fucking courthouse down.
Like, imagine, look at how there's a bunch of white people who actually feel like they're being like super oppressed right now. They're not getting jobs. They're not getting this. They're not getting that because they're white and everyone hates them. And they're Dylan Roof and going to a school, church and killing all the black people in it. Like, that, like, okay. Think about how long
cops
America...
to get Burger King.
It's crazy, dude. That's insane. Get him some fucking chicken fries, dog. That's crazy. And a
Wait,
Whopper.
Wait, what?
after he got caught,
Who?
Dylan Roof.
Dylan Roof, the guy who killed all the black old people.
Okay,
young
okay.
kid.
The cops, before taking him downtown or wherever the courthouse is or wherever the jail is, they stopped at Burger King and got him something to eat.
Are you fucking with me?
No.
Imagine.
I'm
Okay.
not.
Do you think he asked for Burger
Fuck.
King? Or do you think they were like, you want Burger King, dog? Because I can't picture him being like, can y'all... Does anybody think to do that? You're in the
Bro,
back of the
does
cop car.
anybody think to go to church and kill people. Though?
I get okay, but like, do you think he would actually be like, take me to Burger King? Like, I guarantee you, the cops took him to Burger King. Is like, you're about to be fucked, dude. We're gonna take you to Burger King. That's crazy. Fuck that kid, dude.
Definitely.
They should have killed him. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Think about how crazy it is that there wasn't a black person trying to kill him.
Right.
That's my point.
Right.
Think about all these cops that are on tape killing people. They're on tape planting drugs, and you like, there isn't violent revolution happening. Thank you.
And imagine if Martin Luther King would have got killed before Malcolm X.
Ooh.
I
Wow,
think that
that's
would've-
fucking brilliant.
That would have changed everything because Malcolm X
He would've
was
been
about
like,
that violent
yeah, he would've been like,
revolution
let's ride,
that you're
we're
talking
riding.
about.
They killed Martin. We're riding.
You know what
That's
I'm saying?
crazy.
So imagine if Martin would have got killed before Malcolm, and Martin would have got killed, and Malcolm took over the whole justice and equality thing.
Do you think they knew that? Do you think they knew that eventually someone was going to kill Martin Luther King? So do you think that they knew that they had to kill Martin Luther King, like the man? We're talking about the evil white people now. Because that's definitely a thing that exists. Like they might not be, okay, there's people who definitely killed Martin Luther King. Like, I don't think it was just some random dude. Like, I think it was definitely like a plot to kill Martin Luther King. So if you know you're gonna kill Martin Luther King, then you're in control of this, you have to kill Malcolm X first. Right?
Right.
Like,
If
you have to do
yeah,
that.
if somebody's like really masterminding this shit, you gotta take them down first.
Yeah, you can't do it the other way around.
Because if they would have did it the other way around,
They're way too evil and smart to do that.
Damn.
that shit crazy. to think
Everyone
about.
out there, everyone out here is getting fucking murdered, dude. Do you think Trump's gonna get bucked? I think he is, dude. No one likes him.
Man, it's possible.
I would be very surprised if the CIA, the FBI, the Federal Reserve, all these pedophile people, if one of them doesn't at least try to take him out, because he is going against everything and no one likes him. When everyone hates you and the whole agenda of the news is hate that guy, who's telling those people to tell us hate him? The people that run everything, the same people who tell us what we are supposed to think about everything. You think CNN and every other news source doesn't like Donald Trump strictly because he's a bad guy? He's our fucking president.
Right.
If he was in the Illuminati and got inducted, they would be sucking his dick. They would not be ripping him like this, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
he's going to get assassinated
But-
just like JFK did.
You know how like when you're in the grocery store and you wait in line and they have those little magazines and shit
Fuck yeah.
inside. It's like the National Enquirer, all that bullshit.
All that really true shit.
Yeah. so listen.
Really true.
This is what I read in one of those as I'm standing in a long ass fucking Walmart.
I love reading those. It's my
Walmart
favorite.
lines.
It's my favorite.
You know those Walmart lines long as hell.
Oh fuck.
Dude, Walmart will have
Fuck.
3 lanes open, dude. They don't give a
That's
shit.
why I'm starting to fuck with Target more.
Target's the shit.
Is
dude.
Target starting
It's so expensive though.
to... Yeah, it is definitely
Yeah.
expensive.
It's too expensive.
Ball out, son.
No.
But anyway, I picked up one of those and I read an
I gotta
article
get
on Trump where they say that he doesn't eat like, what's the word I'm trying to say?
Gluten.
No,
He eats like shit.
like yeah, it's like he's paranoid somebody's gonna poison his food.
Oh,
So he's like he eats like, damn, it's like it's not fast food, but it's like not what a president would eat type.
Dude,
shit.
that'd be so hilarious. If
Yeah.
if he was cooking all of his meals
Yeah.
and shit. That would be fucking hilarious,
But you
dude.
can't really
Alright,
believe that other shit. But I just thought it was funny to think about.
Trump
Like, damn, he really that paranoid that he
Yeah.
watching what he eat and shit.
Dude, because he knows he's out there gonna get bucked, dude.
Then why keep doing the bullshit? Then?
Dude, like,
That's funny as fuck.
I don't like him at all, but like one of the things that he said is that in his campaign that he was gonna crack down on all this like pedophile ring shit.
Mm-hmm.
And since he's been elected, he really fucking has. Like, hundreds of people have been arrested. It's fucking crazy. I think it's Iceland. I'm pretty sure it's Iceland. I want to look this up. Iceland's government might have to dissolve because there's so many like
Pedos.
like at the highest levels there's like the government officials getting indicted for pedophilia shit.
Jesus.
Do you know anything about all that?
Mm-mm.
Do you think like isn't it sounds like impossible, but like dude, there really are like so many, like 2,000 kids go missing in this country every day.
Mm.
In this country. You know how many people go missing in like all the other countries? Like Europe as a whole, it's literally like 100 or something. Like we, for some reason, have so many fucking kids missing. It's like, and they never get found. And you never hear about them. And their parents never get on the news. And it's insane. Like it is fucking insane. 2,000 kids a day, dude. Think about that.
That's just wild.
Boom. Iceland's pirate politician won't run after government collapses in pedophilia scandal.
Wow.
Huffington Post. Damn it. Alright, hold on, let me do that again. Pedophilia Iceland
Look at that.
government. Alright. So yeah, basically we are going through a real revolution as a conscious, I believe. The human race, if it was one big conscious, is the smartest that it's ever been. For sure. But it is weird how there's people who are just fucking... Iceland's government just collapsed amid a pedophilia scandal. This is from the Event Chronicle. This is in Iceland. Iceland's government has collapsed amid uproar. And why aren't we hearing about this? Why wouldn't this be a huge deal? This is another country that we're allies with who is, their government is like dissolving right now. Because of fucking children. They're not like doing some weird shit like fucking, you know,
Guns.
taking advantage of the people. They're fucking children. And they're getting caught. Iceland's government has collapsed amid uproar over Prime Minister Bjarni Benediktson's father helping expunge the criminal record of a convicted child rapist. The centrist Bright Future Party dropped out of the three-party conservative coalition, eliminating its one-seat parliamentary majority. That dude's weird name, I don't know how to say it, but called a snap election on Friday as protesters gathered. Basically, all these people in the government are getting caught. And why wouldn't we hear about that? Do you know about Boys Town?
What's that?
Boys Town is a place that's supposed to be like the most perfect place ever for like lost children. Like if you're like a kid who's like homeless, you should go there. If you're gonna give your kid up for adoption, it's the best place. And all these kids go missing in this shit. And they do this documentary called The Conspiracy of Silence. Check it out on YouTube, dude. It was funded by the BBC and Discovery Channel. This is in the 90s, like early 90s. It was going to come out in Britain, and then it was going to be in Ireland. There was another big Irish network that funded it. And then it was going to premiere in America. And it was, do you know about the Franklin scandal? That, it's this black dude Franklin who was like super prominent in the financial world. And he got caught with all this like insider trading and all this just like white collar money crimes, you know what I mean? And these people were doing a documentary all about him and all of that stuff. So they start looking into him and they find out basically, the short story is, they uncover that there is a child pedophilia, like sex slaves and all this crazy shit, ring going on, and he's the leader of it. And I'm talking about like senators being there, the sheriff being there, and these people find the children who are missing. They're just homeless in the city, and they're telling stories. Now they're like, 19 years old, 20 years old. They're telling stories about how Franklin went, because they went to Boys Town. These are people who went to Boys Town and went missing from there. And they tell stories about all these people, they name politicians and shit, getting fucked by them and all this crazy shit. They're like 13-year-old boys, you know what I mean? Like younger than that even. Getting murdered. Like there was a story where like us three, let's say Callan's a boy.
No.
Callan's a boy, and we don't know each other though. None of us know each other. So me and you have to fuck boy Callan. And in the middle of us doing that, like let's say she's...
Why is it always boys?
Because, dude, it's this...
Boys Town.
Because what I think it is, what I really think it is, it's not that everyone wants to do this, it's that they make you do this shit so that if you ever cross them, this is what they have on you, and it's the worst fucking thing. Like you weren't fucking some girl, oh, I didn't know she was 18, like this is a little boy.
Right.
Like you're fucking doing the worst thing.
So
And if you ever,
dumb.
yeah, it's like a gang initiation, you know what I mean? It's like, it's how it is. Like you gotta get dirt on someone to control them if you're trying to control everything. But so they're like, we're all three fucking, this person's getting fucked, and I'm getting head, and they just pull me off and blow the fucking brains out of Callan.
Bye.
And then me and you just have to keep fucking. Or me and you get beat the fuck up and get fucked. Like these kids are crying. So, they find all this out, okay?
Right.
They tell the BBC, it's in the middle of all this. They tell all the people that funded them, this is gonna be a way different documentary.
Right.
Funding gets cut. Never gets on TV.
Damn.
All of it. This is a huge thing. This is something that would be the highest rated thing of all time. Cut funding. And this is when people watch TV. Like, on a huge level. Like, you only watch TV. This is fucking 1991.
Right.
So, they cut it. It's never to be seen. Never shown. And then YouTube comes out. And these motherfuckers put it on there. It's called Conspiracy of Silence. Go watch it. It'll make you cry. But you need to know what's going on in this world. It's fucked up, dude. And it's happening. In Iceland. You think it's only happening in Iceland? You think it's only happening with this Franklin dude? No.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. Aren't we lucky to not be like that?
Yeah, definitely.
But-
We're definitely blessed.
Do you believe in like the Illuminati?
Not the Illuminati per se,
Mm-hmm.
but I do think there is a group of people out there that make shit happen. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I don't believe in the whole Illuminati blood sacrifice shit. I don't believe in that, but I do believe that there's a group of people out there that can make some things happen and can make some things disappear or whatever you want to call it. So.
Mm. Do you think? Alright, but do you think like they're like, alright, you're gonna have to sell your soul to be in this thing?
Describe sell your soul.
That's what I mean. Like, do you even think that like, I don't believe that like, my soul can be sold.
Right.
Like, I don't think there's a buyer's market for souls.
Right.
Like, you don't like I don't believe that the devil and the God are fighting over my soul and like I gotta choose one. You know what I mean? So, but I think there's people that are in that shit that they believe that.
Right.
And I wish they would ask me. Because I would do it, dude. Because I don't think that I'm gonna burn in hell because I fucking had 666 in my logo. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, dude.
Right.
Sign me up. I'm all about it. I love it. Would you do it? What if they were like, because it would probably be like this, hey Paul, like, what if like in this music video, I don't know, you wore this?
I ain't wearing no dress. I ain't.
Not the dress shit, but like, what if we need you to wear all red and you're gonna be standing in the middle of this thing and it's like, you know what I mean? Like, you've seen the YouTube videos breaking down the Illuminati shit.
See, it all depends on how they present it. Because if they come to me on that devil shit, then me personally, how I was brought up, my spirit ain't even gonna let me entertain that. But if they come to me as we think this will look great for the video, and I actually think it'll look great for the video or whatnot, then yeah, I'm gonna do it. But don't come to me like, oh yeah, sell your soul or whatever. Don't come to me like that, because then I'm gonna be like, nah. You know what I'm saying?
So are you religious?
I'm not really religious. I'm more spiritual than religious.
Fuck yeah.
Because I feel like religion is man-made,
Mhm.
but everybody is born with knowing what right and wrong. You know not to kill your mom. Like,
Yeah, 1,000%.
you're born knowing that. Like,
Do you think everyone's born knowing that?
I do.
Everyone though?
I think they know that if they kill their mom, it's wrong. They don't say, huh, it's good, I should go kill my mom. They know, okay, it's gonna be fucked up. But their mind is telling them go kill their mom. They know it's wrong,
True that.
but
fuck
their
yeah.
mind is just telling them go kill your mom.
Mhm.
Or they're in a rage or whatnot. But afterwards they're gonna be like, oh shit, I killed my mom.
How do you think we know that? Do you think it's literally inherent, like there are moral values that
Plato.
you are born with,
Plato.
or do you think that you learn them through life experience?
Socrates.
I think it's a little bit of both. I think you're born with the basic knowledge of knowing right from wrong. Like when I say that, when you're a little kid, okay, your parents are gonna tell you, don't touch that stove, it's hot. But your curiosity, you're gonna touch the stove. You're gonna find out that it's hot.
Mhm.
You're not gonna touch it no more. You know what I'm saying? That comes when that's the experience comes in,
Mhm.
right?
But what about when they tell you not to cross the road because you're gonna die, and then you cross the road and you don't die? What does that do to you?
That's different. 'Cause it as basic as that seems, that's really powerful.
Yeah, I think that's like
because
one of
now
the
they're
biggest
like,
things ever.
oh shit, I'm not gonna die. So now they're not looking both ways. They're just crossing the fucking street.
And I just crossed the street. No one knew it happened. I didn't get in trouble. Also, I'm
Right.
good. This is crazy.
Right.
I'm good to cross the street.
Like, bro, I started smoking weed when I was 13, right?
Fuck yeah, right there. I was 14. You beat
You
me.
know what I'm saying?
You're way cooler, dude.
This is before I even knew about the DARE program. You know. The
Oh,
whole-
there.
Yeah.
Fire.
While I was smoking, I knew I shouldn't have been smoking this shit.
Right.
Even before I was.
But should you have not been?
13-year-old doesn't have no.
But like, is it bad? Like, oh no, this is bad, dude. This is like
No,
killing
it's
your
not,
mom.
It's not like taboo for 13-year-olds smoke weed. I just don't think they should. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but like,
It'll stunt your growth.
But we're talking about right or
Your
wrong.
growth, huh?
we're talking about right or wrong.
Right.
And I get like it's this weird thing because there's like a spectrum of it.
Mhm.
But like, is it right or is it wrong for a 13-year-old to smoke weed? Like I know you feel like it's wrong, but is it actually wrong? Like what's happening that's wrong?
You're right. And I think that all goes to how you're brought up or raised or whatnot, how you're mentally wired.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can understand where somebody come from and they're like, there's nothing wrong with him smoking weed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And me personally, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't think as a 13-year-old smoking weed should be something you should be doing. You should be outside, like,
Right. Yeah.
doing other things. You know what I'm saying? So, but the way society is now, 13-year-olds smoking weed, that's fucked up.
It's weird.
So,
It's very weird. It just, I don't know. It's like when you're 13, it seems like definitely, oh no, you shouldn't do that. But you're like, this isn't like, I'm old, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a teenager. It's just this weird thing where like, we always feel like we're old and then we look back and we're like, what the fuck was I doing? You know? Like, there could actually be a time in my life where I look back and I'm like, I just smoked so much weed all the time. What the fuck? You know? I might not smoke weed when I'm older. I honestly think I will. I hope so.
me too.
I really hope so. You want to smoke weed till you die? Because I do.
I do.
Okay, what if like, I know that weed's not bad for you. This is literally just a thought experiment. What if you're like 50 years old, you're still smoking weed, and it comes out that weed's actually like tobacco and cigarettes. Like it's terrible for you. It causes cancer. All this crazy shit. Everything we know about it, it's all been a lie. They've been lying to us. The big weed has been lying to us and making up all these scientific studies. It's actually terrible for you. Do you keep smoking till you die?
Yep.
Me too, dude.
You wanna know why? Because nowadays everything is fucking bad for. I can't even eat a burger in peace,
I
man.
know, it's nuts,
without a
dude.
vegan looking at me crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
It's crazy, dude. Like, we are just in this time where, like, there's so many people who have so many public opinions that no matter what the fuck you do, you're gonna be wrong.
Right.
You can't be right all the time.
Right.
Like, there's not one single thing that anyone can do. It's so crazy. Like, there's people who are altruistic to the fullest extent in that, like, here's a nice thought experiment for you. If there's a painting, which there are, that are hundreds of thousands of dollars, there's $1 million paintings. So let's just say there's a painting that's $100,000. It's in a house that's burning, and so is your child. You're gonna go get your child. Fuck that painting.
Right.
But if you get the painting, you can sell it, and the Malaria Foundation, like, so basically what happened is there's a foundation that figured out that it costs $3,500 to save a life. $3,500. So you could take that $100,000 and save way more lives than just your own kid. That's altruism.
But you get the insurance payout for the painting being destroyed.
Let's say you don't have insurance. Like, you know what I'm doing? You're violating my thought experiment. But, like, I forgot what I was going to
That
say.
sounds like a Black Mirror episode.
It is a Black Mirror episode.
Oh.
No, I'm just playing. I fucking love that show.
I haven't watched the new season yet, so
Oh,
I know I gotta get to it. I
Dude.
want to watch it where I can actually sit down and just watch that shit all the way through.
I've been showing Callan. She's seen 2 episodes so far.
Of what, the new season or the old season?
I showed her one from the old season. It was, which one did we watch? Don't say like the ending of it, but what's the first one we watched?
Oh.
It was
She made her boyfriend again.
Oh yeah, you know where the girl's husband dies, and then she starts texting with him and calling him.
Yeah.
Be right back. That episode.
Yeah.
That shit's heavy.
My favorite one is the fucking smart house where she got trapped in the they trapped her in some kind of device, and she was the one that she controlled the lights, she cooked the food, all that. But
I didn't see that.
Bro, she after a while she started going crazy
She's a house.
because she's a fucking house.
What the hell?
And another one I like was when everything was built around fucking social media.
Oh, dude, with the likes. I was just about to show her that one,
Dude, you gotta show her
That one will fuck you up.
That shit is
God.
deep. That shit'll make you like
It's
get on
not-
Facebook.
Like
for,
it's not one of those. It's not one of those things where you're like, oh no, like they died. It's just like this thing where you're like, this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna be living in this world. Like we need to stop doing this, dude. That's what they're so good at on that show.
It's like,
Dude, the one with the
I'm gonna lose my job because I didn't get enough likes.
literally like, damn, dude, I should have been nicer. My fucking score's not high enough. But the one where the soldier has the fucking shit in his head, and not playtest. It's the soldier. It's like that black dude's the main character, and then he's with that girl soldier who's like a badass, and they see the people and they call them roaches.
Yeah,
Dude,
that was a good one too.
that will happen.
Yeah, because it was like almost like zombie like.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
that shit's man. I don't want to end this at all, but it's getting late, unfortunately.
I know we always get like this, man. We just be talking.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
Oh yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Mr.Fullershit. Find me on Twitter at Mr._Fullershit. Paul Fuller you can find me on Facebook at Paul Fuller. Just look for the guy probably smoking the blunt of the Fuller Shit logo with the lazy eye.
Oh, lazy eye.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely gotta market that. Snapchat, that lazy eye nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I love, what is it? They say that all I rap about is struggling and hard times.
Oh yeah.
You would
I
too.
people
You
like
can see
that.
it through my lazy eye.
Yeah, all I rap about struggling hard time. You would too if you could see it through my lazy eye.
I love it, dude.
That's the first line off the album too.
First
man.
one, dude. It's perfect.
Sets the tone.
Everyone, it's on everything. It's on Spotify, iTunes.
Yeah, Spotify,
SoundCloud.
iTunes, SoundCloud, Pandora, Google Play. If you want hard copies, man, you can definitely go on Amazon Music and order you a hard copy, man. So they're at $9.99. So if you want to support, definitely support.
Hell yeah.
Definitely got a surprise EP coming. I don't have a date. Just waiting on a couple features to finish up, and we're gonna drop that thing. Video coming up. So we got a lot of things in the works, man. You know, it takes a lot of money and effort.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's so expensive.
So,
I look forward to fucking
Definitely.
listening to this new EP. I didn't know you were gonna do that. It's
yeah,
cool.
man, it's
Hell
5
yeah.
tracks, and I'm just gonna give. It's a whole new sound from the album. So
Cool.
I'm ready for people to hear it. I performed last weekend. I performed one of my songs and got some good feedback from
Oh
it.
hell
So
yeah.
we definitely. I'm ready to drop that thing.
I
man.
bet,
So,
dude. I'm sure it's hard to hold on to it like that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, dude, thank you so much for coming on. Another great episode. The Return of Paul Fuller.
Hey,
Do you have any ending words of wisdom? Last thing.
yeah, trust your own process, man. I say that because if we did this last year, and you didn't even ask me a question, but I was just thinking this. Last year I was in the mindset of my peers trying to keep up with them
Mm-hmm.
and being and seeing what they're doing, you know, on social media and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
It's
come-
so hard not to get caught in that trap.
right. But come to find out they're not really doing anything.
Nah, they're just putting it on social media acting
No.
like they are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So trust your own process, man. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Get you a plan and just stick to it, man. And just trust your process, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
And shout out to my guy CJ, man.
Thanks for coming on.
Yes, sir.
Another fun episode. The Return of Paul Fuller was just as good as the first time it came on.
Definitely.
Very fun shit. Thank you for watching on YouTube. If you're watching, what up? Couch
I
Talk
looked at the
Studios.
camera the whole time, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't look at the camera either. I think I looked at it like once.
I did.
Straight up.
Callan's been looking. You got to look at her. She's beautiful. Check out me and Callan's podcast, Hi Love You.
I love
It's
you.
going to be coming out next week. We just recorded episode 1 last night. So, very fun shit. Thank you, Paul. Go check out everything he's got. This That Full of Shit, bitch. Here's your ending words of wisdom. I love you. I'll be right back for the outro. Oh, it's not pausing. Boom. Yeah. Another good episode.
That was dope.
That was fun. I could have talked to you for fucking 2 hours easy.